welcome to the video. My name is Simon Yatta from Yatta FX. Today I will be breaking down a high probability trade that I took today on MNQ futures. So before we actually dive into trade that I took today, we're gonna start with daily bias just to get an anticipation where the market or where the smart money are likely going to put the market. So without further ado, let us jump in. This is how I start my process. First, go to the high time frame. I still have this, take this off. Okay. So what I did today was that so as you can see that the market is gonna continue to the upside. The overall market is actually it's a bearish market. I mean, it's a bullish market. Here is just a little retest to test this low here, and most likely this is like a rejection, and the market is going to pull up to continue just up. This is the larger time frame. Now, even though you are this larger time frame, sometimes we trade the reversals of the larger market. So in this particular case, the market has been moving down a little bit, and this is where I find my sweet spot. So first, this is the yesterday's high and low, and today's was here. This is today's. Okay, and then in this case you can go to 1 hour. I go to 1 hour time frame. Okay, so we know that the market is bearish in this case, so most likely this pullback for the market to continue to the downside for a little bit. But you trade what the market is doing, like they said. You trade what the market does. Don't predict. Okay, so that's what I did. So once I have this high low and higher on the lower of the day, which is what this one here, and then I go down to 5 minutes. So when I go to 5 minutes here, first thing I do also, I try to find the sessions. I use this a lot. So I trade a New York session which comes after London session. So I tried to look for from 7:30, this like pre-market here, 7:30, somewhere here. This is like I consider it a pre-market. I don't usually trade this, but I'll just sit there and watch. Sometimes I trade it if there's a good setup. Like here was a good setup here, but I didn't take it because initially I was locked in. I wanted to trade the 9:30 because I'm like if I trade this session, it might actually interfere with my my plan or my trading for my plans. Sorry about that. My plans to trade the 9:30. So I make this level here. This was the breakout structure here, and then the high low, and we know that when the market make this high, it made the retest, which still kind of break this line here. But here we saw this this large green candle, which show the buyers why the market, and then it breaks this high here. So when this high was broken, I knew that there was a strong likelihood that the reversals was real, that the sellers were actually about to come to the market. And then I started my setup here, waiting for this retest, for this resistance here. And then there also seemed to be there was a little bit of fair value gap here. There was a fair value gap here. So I anticipated that the market was most likely coming back to retest the fair value gap. I did move a little bit around, and then it did drop down this large candle, and then it touches on the fair value gap. I could have entered right away when it touches it, but I was waiting for the confirmation. So it's basically breaks up here, and then it retests, and then pull back, and it's here. I entered here, and then it placed my TP. So I was able to secure 500. I secured about 208 ticks, which is something like over 30 points for Micro NASDAQ. So that is how I made the $500 today from MNQ using the 930 breakout open. And if you find this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, or drop comment. Thank you so much for checking in, and I'll see you in my next one.